Welcome everyone to the fourth live video with me, Milko Kukov, your wellness coach. And today we will have a look at the topic how to recover better. Recovery is extremely important, but in general, the point of all these videos is to understand that you have the control to improve your life every single day in every single situation. You have the control. If you have the right tools and the strategies, you can improve your life in every situation, in every moment. So that's the whole idea. And again, I'm repeating again every video. Consistency is more important than just doing once something crazy and then not doing anything for 10 years or who knows, or for life. So back to our topic. Today we're talking about how to recover better. Because previous days we talk about nutrition and activity and so on, but if we just keep running, like not running literally, but running all the time, doing some stuff, not having rest and recovery, then it's very likely we will burn out, and then we know we won't be able to do absolutely anything. So the idea of this video is to tell you some quick tips how to recover better. But first, let's start with why we need to recover. Because imagine a car. If you run it, it's good to run it. If you leave it and not run it at all, then it's very likely that you get stuck and it will be hard to get moving and so on. But if you run it all the time and you don't give it any rest, then it's very likely and much faster breakdown, and it's very likely to break down and to be much faster than if you have some rest. And if you have some rest, it's very likely to keep going much faster. So recovery, what does recovery means to me personally? It means it goes in two ways. One is mental recovery, and the other one is physical recovery. And in order for us to keep going and not burn out, we need to have both, and we need to give time and to pay attention to both and to make an effort to get them out. Otherwise, burnout is not doing too much, is the failing to properly recover. So you can still do many things, and if you recover properly, that means that you will keep going and you can do very little things and still burn out. So it's very important to be able to recover mentally and physically. The other thing that recovery does to us is recharges. So it gives us the energy. I'm talking about the energy all the time. It's very important to have high energy and good energy. In order, it doesn't need to be high and jumping all around and going crazy all the time. But if you don't have energy, your life will be much slower and much less fulfilled, and you'll be able to do less things and so on. So recovery is extremely important. It also, physical recovery, it prevents us from injuries, which is very important. And I'll talk a bit later in the video what's the best ways to recover physically and what are the best ways to recover mentally. Another thing that we need to talk about is that you can't have only one. You can't just recover your body and your mind keep going all the time. Excuse me, and the opposite. You can't have your mind rest and then your body runs all the time, because they work together. They're one, and sooner or later you'll burn out and you won't be able to do anything. And very often it's very hard to recover and to start going again on the same pace and on the same pace. And many times we reach a point that we can recover completely as the way we were before. So very, very important how to recover. Very important is to pay attention to your recovery. And another thing is that the main thing we need to recover from is stress. Stress can be physical and emotional. So if we recover, if we physical exercises, like any kind of exercise, is one way physical stress. It's a positive physical stress, but also sitting all day and not doing anything is also a physical stress. And the same mental stress. One is to be super focused and need to require lots of mental energy, and the other one is also another type of stress is just watching Netflix for 10 hours and leave your brain to burn out completely. So we need to understand that not doing anything, it doesn't mean that you recover. So even let's say you want to recover physically, sleeping 20 hours, it doesn't mean that you will recover properly. Not doing laying all day and not doing anything means that you're probably not going to recover properly than if you're active. So let's go to some basic things for the recovery and how to recover faster. Let's start with the physical recovery. And again, I remind you, if you have any questions, you can write them in the comments and I'll make sure I answer either during the video or after the video as well. So, how to recover physically? First, the best rest is active rest. It means that not rest is just laying all day and not doing absolutely anything and expect your physical body to recover, but to do something, some light activity, because that stimulates the blood circulation and that helps the blood to go everywhere in our body much better. So that helps our body to recover much faster. And of course, it reduces inflammation and so on. So I'm not going to go too much into details now about it, but active rest is much more effective than just laying down and not doing anything. And we're not talking at all for the rest that some people think that they have when they just sit all day and not do anything and watch TV or watch Netflix or watch whatever or being scrolling on the phone all the time. Because sitting, when you sit, you block the main arteries which are on the legs, and then the blood flow stops. Then you don't make your heart pump as much blood as possible, as much blood as if you're active. Then the nutrients don't travel around the body as much, and so on, so forth. And that not only put physical pressure on you, but it also affects you mentally because, as I mentioned yesterday, physical activity is great for your mind also. So for your mood, for your emotions, and so on. So being active, it gives us better recovery than not doing anything. So of course, if you're working out every day super heavy and you or your work is some crazy heavy load of work, physical work, then you don't need some crazy active rest. You don't need to go and climb Everest. No, you need just some movement, light movement. You can do some light stretching. Stretching is incredible way to recover. Stretching, foam rolling after workout, as I mentioned yesterday, stretching helps you recover much faster because again, it improves the blood flow, which makes the muscle tissues recover faster, which leads to a better and faster recovery and better growth of the muscles, stronger muscles, and so on. If you leave them stuck, then the blood circulation doesn't go as good, and then neither the nutrients travel better, nor the I need to take some breath, nor the blood goes and it doesn't recover. So the inflammation, you can cause inflammation and so on. It's I'm not going to go too much into details. Cheers. I just want to drink some water because I dried out, too much shocking. So another thing also for our recovery, as I mentioned, active rest. The best for mental and physical recovery is being out in the nature and doing some activity in the nature. So the best is some walk in the nature, somewhere in the forest, and so on. But more about nature, I'll talk tomorrow in the video tomorrow. So another thing I need to mention is sleep. And many people think that when you sleep many hours, it means that you actually sleep good and you recover because you slept 20 hours. But that's not the case, because you can sleep 24 hours in the day and then still be tired and not recover properly. Because it's not so much the quantity of the sleep that is important, is the quality of the sleep. Because there are even conditions, I don't remember the names now at the moment, but there are conditions that people they are named them because doctors like to name everything, so they named it, and it's for people that sleep many hours and they're tired all the time because they woke up all the time during the night, like they woke up like 100-200 times per night, so they don't get proper sleep. So they can go in deep sleep. The quality of the sleep is not good. And even though they sleep 12, 20, 12, 15 hours per day, they're still very tired and they fall asleep at work and while they're driving and so on and so forth. So quality of the sleep is much more important than the quantity. Of course, if you don't have enough quantity, it also affects you, because if you sleep 4 hours per night, doesn't matter how quality is the sleep, it's very likely that it's not enough. I suffered with sleep deprivation a lot in Australia when I was working from. I was waking up 3 a.m. and going to work, and then going to college, and I was coming back home at 11 p.m. So I was going to sleep, and then I was waking up again at 3 a.m. And it was a terrible experience. I did it for a year and something, and trust me, you never get used to it, and you feel it all the time. The moment you have time, you just die somewhere and you fall asleep. So sleep, even if you have very good quality of sleep, I was doing everything to have the best quality of sleep. I was having 4 hours per night, so that was so not enough that eventually it led to some problems, and it took my energy and so on, and my recovery was worse and so on. What saved me was something that I'll talk about in a bit, is proper nutrition, being active rest, and releasing my mind. So, going back, sleep, quality sleep. How to get quality sleep? First thing, make sure everything is dark, because it's proven that even they tested with even a very little small light that they put under the knee while you sleep in a complete dark room, and because the body have photoreceptors, which means that the skin catches light. So even on the under the knee, on the leg, they put it, and it was disturbing the quality of the sleep. So turn off all the lights possible, all the devices, all the chargers and stuff. Just turn them off, put your phone away, and that will increase your quality of sleep. Get a good mattress. That's very important too. People very underestimate a lot the mattress just because it feels comfortable, but just because it feels comfortable, it doesn't mean that it's good for you. So make sure it's orthopedic mattress. Get a good mattress. You'll have better quality of sleep. Another thing, don't use any devices before going, at least half an hour to an hour before bed. And anything with the blue light that actually triggers us and tells our brain that it's actually day, so we need to be active and so on. So we can't go to sleep and can't have proper sleep. So sleep is very important. Quality over quantity. Quality, even if you don't sleep enough, if the quality is better, you can, even if you sleep 6 hours, you may have better recovery than someone that with 6 hours with good quality sleep. You can have better recovery than someone with 10 hours of sleep but bad quality of sleep. And don't eat too much before going to sleep. Don't smash yourself with food. Even if you haven't eaten anything the whole day, don't destroy yourself with food and then go to sleep, because that disturbs the stomach. First, It depends how you lay, but in any case, it's not the best to go to sleep with full stomach. So make sure don't go to sleep with full stomach. Very important. That's kind of for sleep. There are many other things, but I'm not going to go too much into details now. I'll go to the next step, which is very important for better recovery, faster recovery, is the nutrition. As I mentioned earlier, nutrition is like 2 videos ago. Nutrition is extremely important. With the proper nutrition, you can, as I mentioned, reduce inflammation, which help you recover faster. And not only reduce inflammation, help the body reduce inflammation, but also don't cause more, which is also important, because not only that you're helping the body reduce the inflammation by itself and helping it get rid of it, but also you don't cause more and more inflammation, which is very important for recovery, because inflammation disturbs recovery. And proper nutrition also gives us more energy. It allows our body to work less if it's good nutrition for digestion, because we spend like more than 60% of our energy for digestion. Then if we have the better food we have, the more energy we give to our body to recover. This is why sometimes when you have too much food and it's not the right food, then you feel like you're going to fall asleep and you get super tired and exhausted, and you just want to have a nap, and then your belly grows even more. So proper nutrition is very important, and it also gives us the nutrients that we need for our body to recover. So nutrition is very important. It's a key element for our recovery. Another thing, excuse me, is water. Water is, as I mentioned, our body is more than 60% water. Cheers. So we need to drink enough water first to get rid of all the shit, to let the body recover properly, and then also allow it for all the processes. I'm not going to go into details now. For all the processes to work better in our body, which helps also for our recovery. Another thing for physical recovery, we're still on the physical, I'll go to the mental in a bit. Physical recovery is, as I mentioned yesterday, stretching, and you can use also foam rolling. There's one thing, I don't have it at the moment close to me, but foam rolling, even massaging thing, like something like this, or whatever it is, whatever you have, all kind of massages. So foam rolling, it's also great for you. So make sure you foam roll, make sure you stretch, so you can recover fast. Another thing, now we're going a bit more for the mental, but it's also physical, is not eating. It's also a way of recovery, because it also gives rest to our body. It's again part of the nutrition, but sometimes not eating is the best option for our body to give it some energy to recover faster. But we are going away from the physical now. We're talking about mental recovery, which can be everything, but it's not 10 hours watching Netflix. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but it's not the way to recover faster. So in order for you to recover, it's very important to give your mind a rest. So the best, as I mentioned, is going out in the nature. Another thing is having doing active rest, which can be involved in something fun, something you enjoy doing. It can be also some kind of art, because art is, and creativity can be created, because art is being creative, in my opinion. That's how I understand it. So being creative, it helps your brain to recover. There's a few types of recovery. I'm not going to go too much into them now. I'll just mention a few that are the more important, which is sleep is one of them. And creative rest is also important. Everyone needs something to do, at least once a week, twice a week, something creative. It doesn't matter if it's just, for some can be painting, for other can be walking in a specific path or whatever. For third can be singing or playing a musical instrument. It doesn't matter what is it. You need some creative rest and something with that gives you fun, that makes you enjoy it, something that you like. For me, for example, is going skiing. It's a very good experience. It's also physical rest because you're in the nature and so on. You breathe fresh air, but it's extremely good mental rest because I spend time with my friends and family. I go I breathe some fresh air. I'm in the mountain. I have nice views, and I'm doing physical activity. So I'm testing new things. I'm trying new stuff, and then I challenge myself. So it's great mental relief because for me personally, I sit on the computer all day, and it's not the best. It's not the best. I'll mention that in the future videos. But sitting is one of the killers. It's like they say, sitting is the new smoking. So make sure you have any any type of mental rest. Then try to reduce stress. There are many ways of reducing stress. Physical activity is one of them. Having good nutrition and having fun with friends is another way to recover. So I think we went through all of them, kind of most important ones. So the most important is make sure you sleep, you have good quality sleep, you have proper nutrition, be active, and have fun. Be creative, have fun, do something fun. But the most important, most important that I repeat or keep repeating is that if you want, you can always find a way to improve the situation that you are in. You have the control. Doesn't matter what have happened before. You don't know what will happen in the future, so you have the now. So there is a great book, The Power of Now. So now is the moment to make some change. You have the control now, and you can improve your situation any moment and in any situation and in any moment. So most important thing is know that you have the control and be consistent with your actions. So another thing to mention is for those who want to future work with me, then I'm building now a course which I'll put a link in the description in the comments, which you can get more in-depth work from me and videos with me how to actually improve your health. It goes through nutrition, movement, recovery, and mind and mindset, the main 4 areas in my opinion to improve your health. So I go in all of them. At the moment the price is very low because it's still in construction. I'm building it, so I have the videos. So in 1 or 2 weeks, 3 maybe, it will be finished, and then probably the price will go up. So I'll put the link in the description. The price is very low at the moment, is $47, which usually for things like that I charge over 600 and up dollars. So that's a founder's price kind of, because I'm still building it, so I let it there, and in a few weeks it will be finished, and maybe the price will go up most likely. So I'll put the link in the description if you want to work more with me and if you want to learn more things in depth, because here I just cover the surface because I don't have the time, and I need to talk many hours and you won't be able to listen. So I will put the link in the description if you want to get a bit, if you want to go deep in the health, then make sure you check the link. So that's all for me. Remember, you have the control. Just be consistent, don't stop, and you'll have great results. See you.